Oh, hi! Welcome to a studio vlog, I guess. Oh, should not have moved this arm like I just moved it. Cool. So I had intended to do an actual sewing project for today, but I done fucked up pretty much my entire right side. I need my hands to make things, so having one arm be kind of out of commission really hinders my making of things. I do have a bunch of new products I'm gonna be releasing in my Etsy shop tomorrow, which is Sunday, October 20th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have been making things, just not necessarily sewing things, and the things that are sewn I did a while ago and I just haven't posted anywhere. It is later in the month that I meant to do a release, but I also need to stop burning myself out because it's just been that constantly this entire fucking year, and I'm trying to chill a little as much as I can. I'm currently at a pet sitting job, although like the easiest pet sitting job in the world because I'm with two dogs that I really like. This is Penny. And this is Tessa, and then little Bert's hanging out right here. He's being a good boy. There is a kitty upstairs. Little Bert keeps trying to eat her, like literally tried to chomp her nose a couple times, so they've been separated. She's hanging out somewhere upstairs and he is down here, and I'm not letting him fixate on the cat. I gotta stop using my right arm. Okay, so yes, I'll be releasing stuff in my Etsy shop. I'll put a link to my shop in the description if you want to check it out and give it a follow there so you can keep an eye out. I also have a Sewing Nerd Studios specific Instagram. Sewing Nerd Studios is the name of kind of the channel, but also my Etsy shop. Okay, I don't know what train of thought I was on because the dogs just scared the shit out of me because they started barking at someone outside and then they all started singing. I didn't even know Bert howled, but it happened. It was adorable, but also there's a lot happening. Anyways, everything's fine. I was probably derailing the point I was trying to make anyway. This vlog is studio specific. A lot of things about running my Etsy shop. Maybe running errands. Do I go out into the world? I don't remember. I filmed over a couple months, just little snippets, because my workload is so inconsistent with Etsy stuff. It's hard to film just 1 week. Could be nothing the entire week, and then sometimes I'm so slammed I can't even think to add filming sessions into my work days. This is me telling you, hey, the next however long this video is has a lot of shit from a bunch of different points in time from the past couple months. And then at the end, I'll show you some of the stuff that is already done. I have a couple things I have to finish between tonight and tomorrow. I'm filming this Friday for the Etsy launch, but I do have a handful of things that are done and ready to go, so I will show you those. See you at the end of the video. Okay, we'll talk soon. Happy August. So topsy-turvy lately. I've been stressed and sick. I got a new pupper. He's been great, but also taking up like all of my time in like the best way, because getting me out of my own head, which is great. This is the little dude. His name is Bert. I'm gonna treat this more like a studio vlog because I need to do a lot of work Etsy-wise and convention-wise because I have an event, like the biggest event of the year in September. So this is like prep month. Can't believe we're already on the 9th of August and Granite Con is like September 15th. So there's not actually that much time. And my Etsy shop has been very slow. So there's a lot of like revamping to do. I have a bunch of YouTube stuff to work on. Want to show a lot of that side because that's going to be most of my month, I think. So the first order of business is I just got a package. Ooh, okay. So I have, yes. I ordered like 6 things on Amazon. I have some like plain manila envelopes that aren't padded at all, and then I have these little bubble mailers for my jewelry that I ship out, and I'll pack the jewelry with some tissue paper as well just for extra cushion. I have some garments I would like to sell going forward. I don't want to have to do bubble mailers every time because if it's just fabric, you don't need it to be cushioned, and that adds weight and like thickness to the postal cost. So I got poly mailers. It said it's used out of like recycled material. Oh, cool. And they also sent along some fragile stickers, which I can't imagine actually does anything. And I also very badly needed some screen protectors because the one I have on my phone currently, this is a newer phone, I bought it earlier this year, cut down my old screen protector, so it's like a 4-year-old screen protector. And I don't know how many of you saw this, but I was trying to do a live stream a couple weeks ago and I couldn't X out of it, and I think that was the problem. Like I couldn't end it and it just kept going and I was just frantically trying to get off the screen. It was a mess. I hope the only problem is it's old screen protector and like there's some scratches that are fucking with the touch sensitivity. And finally I got a metal blank bracelet bender. The last batch of bracelets I made with like metal stamping in it, I made a bunch for the Harry Potter market I did a couple months ago. I curved them around this thing actually, but I could only like hold one end with my hand and pull it around where it just wasn't getting the grip I needed. So this is gonna do what I need it to do. I'm very excited to just have better products, to be honest. I shied away from doing more bracelets until I got like proper tools for it. Excited about that. And that's everything in here. Awesome. I'm very excited. Okay, apparently I need to watch a video on how to install the new shield properly. So I'm gonna do that so I won't fuck this up. That was oddly stressful. True test here is that when I've been playing Pokemon Go, I haven't been able to hit the recent capture button. I think that's around the part of the screen where I was having issues Xing out of that live stream. So this seems like the test. Let's go. Recent. No! I think I gotta go to the store and figure this out. Woof, that's a bummer. I thought for sure that was the cause of my problems. Well, hi, hello. Went to the Verizon store and they are in fact gonna send me a new phone. Hopefully tomorrow, but maybe Monday. Today's Friday. I get it. I wasn't expecting it to be that easy for them to be like, yeah, still under manufacturer warranty, so like, you're good. Just don't dunk it in water between now and when you send it back. And I went to the library and got some sewing books and some audiobooks, preparing for a very nerdy at-home weekend this weekend. And as soon as I finish this popsicle, I'm gonna make this little dude a very adorable Harry Potter bed. Well, hello. It is the 13th today. It's a Tuesday. Do days even mean anything anymore? It's very early in the morning. It's barely 6 o'clock and I am currently putting clear coat on the colored side of my Hero of Balance earrings because they sold out again, which is awesome. Like, I'm so excited, A, that there are more Taz nerds out in the world, and B, people like them enough to be buying them. I'm really pumped about these. I hope I get to finish them this morning so I can like post that they're restocked. They sold out yesterday morning and by like 7 p.m. last night I got a message from someone being like, are you gonna have them back in the shop? Money is going to be even tighter going forward, so I need this kind of like positive reinforcement. Basically, this isn't the only one that sold out. I also have to restock the Spectra specs, which I have cut out. I need to color them, bake them, do the clear coat, assemble the actual earrings, and put them on the backing cards, where these just need clear coat, assembling, putting on the backing cards. By the end of today I should have this done. I don't think I'm working at part-time job tomorrow because this guy has a vet appointment, so I can dedicate like the whole morning to that and then work in the afternoon also. Anyone wanting a phone update, I did get a new one. Went to talk to them on Friday. Got this yesterday, which was Monday. Very glad because I need that phone to run the business that I have. Also, I got a call from a brewery and I also got a private message from another brewery about doing craft nights there. So I have a couple ideas planned. I don't know why. Well, I'm good friends with one of the breweries, but like I've been to this brewery that messaged me, but I don't even know the name of the person that's contacting me. I knew a person that worked there, but they're not there anymore, so it wouldn't be them as my point of contact. So yeah, I don't know. I do a beer podcast once in a while. I don't know if people just know me from that. I have helped pour at Brewfest. It's all networking, I guess. I hate that term, but that's definitely like part of being a person out in the world doing things, is you network with people, whether it's intentional or not. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking and listen to my brother and me and finish these goddamn earrings. It's gonna be great. All right. Hi, hey, hello. It is the 18th, and for some reason, my Etsy shop decided to tell me and the customer that I would be shipping something out on a Sunday. Thankfully, it's not an international package or anything, or else I'd be fucked. I've also had ship dates get set to Memorial Day and 4th of July. Post office isn't open on those days. So again, it's fine for domestic stuff, especially if it's the type of item I've sent out before. It needs to be blackout dates, I guess. I definitely work a lot on Sundays, so that isn't the problem. It's just having access to the post office, because you can't do everything from the little kiosk. Okay.
complaining is over. I just made this really cute custom hat for someone. I did do a video showing you how to make a monogram hat. I'll even put a little card up here to tell you where that is. Just realizing the video I posted today where I talk about being better about putting cards in videos, I definitely didn't add the card I meant to. Cool. I also definitely meant to post the video yesterday, but I ended up doing a custom job for someone and then got disastrously ill. I need to not feel guilty about that because I got a garbage body and I gotta take care of myself sometimes. I need to give myself breaks if I'm feeling sick because I'm not getting as much stuff done. I need to use that time to relax instead of feeling guilty for not working. I'll be sicker longer if I try to push through it every single time. I did take yesterday afternoon and most of this morning off. But now we're in here, it's like 6 o'clock. Yeah, 6:15 on Sunday, and I need to run up to the post office to mail this hat out and a couple other orders I got while I was making that hat, which is amazing. I just posted an August listings update for my Etsy shop. I did a whole video of it. I posted over 30 things. 5 of them have already sold, which is dope because that's a sixth of the stuff I listed is already gone. Feels really, really good to have put all that time into it, already seeing payoff for it. That's why I like doing the product launches. It kind of gives some regularity to me putting new stuff in the shop, but also I tend to get more sales when it happens because people aren't waiting to be like, well, in a couple days she might post another thing. Like, you're pretty much good for the month. No one has to worry about missing out on anything. Okay, I've got all my stuff packaged and got my little notes written, so I'm heading to the post office, check my P.O. box while I'm there. I'm gonna hang out with my dog for the rest of the day. Hi y'all, it's the 22nd of August. My throat hurts really bad because I got very sick last night. It's completely my own fault. It was fucking stupid. I knew I was working from home today, so the dumb thing I did, I figured was worth trying out on a day I wasn't working away from home the following day. For those of you that don't know, I have issues with peanut butter. I need to it's an allergy at this point with what happened yesterday. I haven't wanted to call it an allergy because it's mostly been digestive issues that have happened after I eat. Most things with peanuts, I haven't done a ton of testing because I always get stomach problems after I eat it. So why would I experiment? But peanut butter specifically is something I used to eat all the time. I just have a spoonful of it as a snack. I would make peanut butter sandwiches, put peanut butter on everything, on a rice cake with a banana and a little bit of cinnamon. Oh, I just miss it so much and I'm mad that it's something I can't really eat anymore. And even bags of the honey roasted peanuts or just salted peanuts, whatever. I would eat those all the time because I need to keep my salt intake up, and that's a really good way is to get a bag of salted nuts. It's not the worst thing for you. It was to the point I always had a bag of honey roasted peanuts in my purse, and my friend Esra started nicknaming me Peanut. And I'm never not annoyed that it's something that I have to keep an eye out for. I tell you all this because today is going to be kind of a little more low-key shop day. It's 9 o'clock. I did actually think it was a lot later in the day than it currently is. It's already been kind of a long morning. I feel like shit. It doesn't hurt to talk, but it's irritated. I don't know if you can hear any difference in my voice, but I can definitely like feel my speech differently than normal. Joys of having a lemon body. Hashtag glam life. Also took apart this awesome dress. This lighting's kind of weird. It looks a lot darker on film, I was about to say, than it does in person. But it's this shiny floral brocade. I don't know if you saw the listing I used to have up, but I sold out of, which is amazing, of these little zipper bags that were a fuchsia floral brocade with a white zipper. But one of my very best friends, her mom bought one of the small ones and then messaged me. It was like, I really hope you have some of that fabric left because I would love to buy a bigger size bag. Like, oh, I used every scrap I had to make those bags. I'm sorry. So then she said, well, if you ever find that fabric again, let me know. I would like to order a bigger bag from you. Then just let me know how much it costs and we'll make it happen. Probably won't ever find that fabric again because that is the curse of finding awesome fabric in a scrap pile somewhere. Mentioned that to her, got a feel for what she liked about that fabric, and then went out into the world, just kept an eye out. It was probably 2 months or so that I was kind of casually looking for it. I didn't make specific missions to look for that fabric. Oh no, something very gross happened. Okay, we're gonna jump cut that. So anytime I would be out at a thrift store or a fabric store, I would keep an eye out for something similar to the fabric I'd use for those bags. Then I found this. Similar design, similar shininess to it, just different color pretty much. I bought it, sent a picture of it to her. She was very excited about it and asked for a bigger bag. If you're wondering how custom orders work, I'm all about the more communication, the better. I wanted to double check what bigger bag meant and if she wanted the same style bag. All dimensions a certain number of times bigger, or do you have measurements you would like me to go for? Is there something specific you need to fit in there? So yeah, now I get to make her a really fun custom bag, and I will have some left over so I can also make some smaller bags for the Etsy shop, which would be nice because people seem to like that style. Very feminine without feeling girly. I use little zipper bags for everything. So you know on the Birdie Bots boxes, they have the weird little clown baby things with the party clown hats. I made just a dachshund version. I'm actually thinking of making that into like a sticker set or a pin or something. And then I made him a bunch of bean toys that he seems pretty excited about. He has about 7 of them and he's destroyed most of them. Here are some of the guts. Anyways, I have a series of 3 videos that cover all of the different aspects of that bed. I really need to edit at least one for Saturday. It's only Thursday, so I have some time. I need to make this bag with this fabric, which shouldn't take too long. You need to bring it to the post office. I've also been reading through this. I've borrowed this from the library so many times over the years. I should just buy it for myself because there's really good information in here. It does more of a deep dive as to why you use certain stitches for certain parts of a garment and what things to do to alter a pattern. And it's not project specific skills, it's across the board skills with some projects to help you get your head around those skills. So yeah, I have to bring that to the library, gotta go to the post office, and then I do have a Patreon gift I need to make. I have 2 sets of people that are in the mail time perk section, and I love you all so much. You've both been doing it for so long, and I get jazzed every single month to send prototypes of stuff and even just cards and little handwritten letters. There's been a lot of actual items from my Etsy shop and things that I've sent out, and I've done paintings and kind of smaller scale things where there's someone part of the custom shit tier, if you've ever looked at the breakdown of my Patreon tiers, where I specifically make her a custom thing. And I've really been trying to think of a cool thing to make and send her, and I'm very excited because I like making stuff for you, Chris, because you're great. So sorry it's taken a little bit longer this month. Normally I try to get stuff sent out like the first of the month that the tier applies to, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm getting too deep in it. Yeah, we're like 3 weeks in and I haven't sent the thing yet, but I've been trying to make sure I have something that I'm very proud of and that you will like. So yes, I have an idea. Okay, convention thing breakdown real quick if I didn't go over it earlier. I was offered a vendor booth at LeakyCon Boston, which is mid-October. I initially applied for an artist table, which was much cheaper than the $750 it will cost to have a booth at LeakyCon. I could probably earn $750 back pretty comfortably, but I'd have to bring a much bigger setup, which will cost money to build. I will have to build a much bigger inventory, which will cost money to build. It's in Boston, so I will need to drive back and forth. The days are already from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., which is a much longer day than any other events I've done, plus an hour on either end for drive time minimum. It's 3 days. I'm not sure what to do with the dog that I just adopted because I don't want to put that on someone else to take care of him for that many days in a row. They would just need to let him out around lunchtime, but that's still such a long day for him to just be chilling out by himself where he is energetic enough he needs playtime. It's $40 to $45 a night to board him somewhere, and I think he'd fucking hate that because he doesn't like other dogs, and he's really grumpy about being picked up and stuff and doesn't always walk when you need him to walk. If they needed to get him through the yard, like I used to work at this kennel, so I know how all the stuff operates. Not that it's anything against those people, he's just a stubborn little shit. I don't think he would enjoy staying at the kennel. Less affordable of the options is to get a hotel in Boston that's pet friendly and nearby that I could have him with me and I could just take like an hour lunch break in the middle of the 9 to 6 day. I think that would work out better, but that would also mean Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I'd have to stay overnight. Now I know the convention ends Sunday, but it goes until 6 and then it's breakdown until 11 p.m. I can't just have him in the convention with me. He's not an emotional therapy dog or anything. And having a hotel near the seaport in Boston 3 nights, that's another probably $500 to $700 and having to recoup that on top of the $750 and accounting for that and the prices for that. I I just don't know if I'm getting in over my head doing it. Where I'm sure it would be an event where I would sell more than I ever have, I still have to come back from such a deficit. So to give you some insight into past events I've done, I've certainly had some free events where doing the farmer's market and stuff, it was all profit. Granted, I had my time and cost of materials and all that stuff, but those are things I have in stock in my Etsy shop, so I wasn't as worried about that. Then I've done Queen City Kamikaze Con. It had cost $10 for a few years, and this past year it was $20. No, there's not a ton of sales made that day, or at least not big sales, because it's at a high school and it's a very young crowd where like they just don't have the money for it, and that's okay. I tend to make a lot of small little things, so I earn my money back from that and a little bit more to cover cost of materials. Then doing Lowell Mill number 5 markets. Those tables are $40 a piece. You can do 2 tables for $60, which I'm thinking about if they do another Harry Potter market. And then I think it's $11 to park for the day at the garage nearby, plus maybe half an hour drive time, so accounting for gas and stuff for that. That's not the end of the world if you don't make that money back. That's a tank of gas. Let's call it $60 to $65, which is a bummer to lose. I don't have much margin for error as far as finances these days, so it's a hit if I lose that, but it's not soul crushing. I can compensate for that somewhere else. And then there's Granite Con, the Granite State Comic Book Convention that I'm doing next month. The price has been pretty much the same since it's been a 2-day convention. It used to be a 1-day convention. What's great about them is they consider people that make handmade goods, hand-sewn stuff, anything handcrafted, an artist, which I deeply appreciate because it's cheaper for an artist table. I spent $185, I believe, for my table at Granite Con. That's for 2 full days. I've always earned my table money back, and I think I have a much better setup and just better things to sell. We'll see how things go. I haven't gone in 4 years, so I don't know what the breakdown's going to be. Also, kudos to that convention. I think in the 4 years I haven't done it, the price for the table has only increased about $10, because I want to say it was exactly $175 for the 2015 event I did. Now, again, $175 is not nothing. So then, yeah, we make this huge jump to the $750 for the vendor booth. Yes, having the space to have my garment rack and my dress form, and maybe even set up a sewing machine and do alterations on the robes I want to make and do custom orders for people at the event. That would be rad to have that space. It's a lot to think about. I don't know. I'm giving myself until tomorrow, Friday, to decide. Oh God, it's so much. I have like a pit in my stomach thinking about that kind of money. It's just so much to make back. Okay, so it's a little later in the same day as me venting about LeakyCon stuff. I am not gonna do it. There's so many other costs to add into it, and honestly, talking to you all in those clips earlier really helped me kind of work it out in my head. Also, I got a little dude to take care of. I felt relief the second I said it to someone else. I texted my sister. It's like, I think I can do it. So I'm following my gut with that, and I'm not gonna do it. Maybe future years. I'm not saying I'm never gonna do one. Good morning. You probably hear little feet. Bert is chasing behind me. He very badly wants to play with his bean toy. He has started to gut one of them because we were playing tug of war. Or if we're not playing tug of war, they're fine. They're holding up great. We slept in a little bit because I was up till almost 1 o'clock this morning trying to finish this cross stitch for Chris. Bert very loyally trooped through with me, and he was dozing in his little suitcase bed. And I ran out of one of the colors. Like, you saw how little was left. I'm so bummed because I have spent so many hours working on this thing, and I was hoping to have it done and mailed out today. Although I told her it'd be finished yesterday or today, and then it should be out by Monday, so I'm still on track for the day I told her. Doesn't feel like it's enough, but I've put so many hours into this, and it's my very first cross stitch, and I'm really proud of how it's coming out. I didn't start editing today's video until 11:30 last night, and I just couldn't stay awake past 1. It was maybe like 12:45 that I was working on it, and it's for his Birdie Bots bed. Although it's Saturday, so I don't know when people watch things anyway. This is not what I need to be spending my time doing, but I would be interested. The like most viewed times on a Saturday, although I haven't posted anything yet today, so why would people be watching a new video? Normally I have stuff up by like 8. So let's see what time of day people watch my stuffs. Oh yeah, see, there's a big spike in views like right now. Well, that's good to know, but I also wonder if it's because people are expecting me to have a video. I don't know. This is fairly interesting. Yeah, these are the time spikes for the past 48 hours. Some of the bigger spikes are, yeah, right around 10 a.m. I have at least an hour left to actually edit, and then this takes forever to render. So that's another hour and a half. So that puts us at like 11, and then about an hour to post it online. So that's gonna hit us around noon, which yeah, is probably when people are out and about on a Saturday, though I'm East Coast time. These are all the things I'm trying to get my head around because it's part of doing better on certain platforms, I think. It's all the content related side of things that I'm very bad at. I'm almost never not thinking about video ideas, which is part of why I've been doing it for so long, because there's still a lot of gas in the tank, thankfully, I think. But trying to get traction going, I guess. But I also really like having a small channel. That's not good for paying my mortgage, but I don't know. I very much agree with Hank Green's thoughts on these types of things, where I do have to think about it in a money sense a little bit now, because I do need it to pay my mortgage and everything. I have other forms of revenue like Patreon and Etsy and my part-time job and doing side jobs for people and trying to do these art fairs and farmers markets and comic book conventions. It's a lot of plates to spin, but this is one that could potentially help out all the other ones. I'm not going to go so far as to change anything I'm doing content-wise. I'm going to do the stuff I want to do and that I've always done, because that's why you're all here. That's why I'm still here. It's been fun this whole time because I've been doing it the way I've been doing it. All this weirdness ain't going anywhere, but I do need to keep working on tagging things correctly and just keeping to my schedule. I'm still posting on a Saturday later than I want to, but it's still 2 days a week. It'll still be morning time for a lot of other people, where when I post at 8 a.m. my time, it's 5 a.m. West Coast time. Gonna stop talking about getting the video done and how it's late and do it so it's less late. And then I'll go to the store, get more embroidery floss and finish this cross stitch and then make a set of fucking robes. It's happening this weekend. I can't let myself skip on this idea just because other stuff is behind. Found the matching embroidery floss skein. I got a second one just as backup. I actually stitched it in the store, like did one little stitch just to make 100% sure it was the same one. And I knew I had gotten it at like a big craft store like that. So whatever brand they had was going to be the brand this originally was. Hi, it is the 27th of August. This has been both a very hectic and very slow going shop. Life stuff has been very hectic. Shop stuff has been very slow. I thought July was my slowest month Etsy wise, but August has proved differently. I have had a couple small side jobs for friends of mine though. So I sewed a skirt last weekend. Yesterday, or 2 days ago, I spent the afternoon at my friend Kyle's house sewing a bunch of patches onto a coat for him and altering it from a jacket to a vest. Little things like that have been coming up, which is nice. Fingers crossed I get to keep going at least through Halloween. That would be amazing. I'm not drowning yet. I'm still kind of staying afloat, but now there's a bunch of air holes in my flotation device, so I'm starting to sit a little lower on the water. But we're surviving, and that's all I can ask for. Shit, we've almost made it to September, and I have gotten this far because of all of you, so yeah. That's why I'm even still able to do this the way I'm doing this. So thank you, everybody. Seriously. Welcome to September 2019. I am currently making Gryffindor Hogwarts robes, while at the same time making Ravenclaw and Slytherin ones to go with the Hufflepuff set that I made, because I really need new photos, or just more photos for my Etsy shop. Also, I'm doing these differently. These are cheaper to make and also less time intensive. And I really like the pattern I have this time around, so I can make a bunch ahead of time. So I'm planning to get these finished today. It would be really nice if I got them done by like lunchtime. I think it's about 8:30 in the morning right now. Okay, so we're back here at the end of the video. It is now the day that the video is gonna go live. This took much longer to edit than I thought. There's so much goddamn footage and your girl can ramble. So what a surprise it took ages to put together. And as promised, I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I have for the Etsy launch tomorrow. Again, it's 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday, October 22nd, this year, 2019. So if you're seeing this today, it goes out in about 18 hours. As for the jewelry, which is the thing I'm most excited about, I still have to paint these, put the clear coat and assemble them. So they're not done, but just to give you an idea, I'm making an MST3K silhouette necklace. Holy shit, I'm so excited that this actually came out okay. I guess I still need to black it out to judge how well it actually came out, but like, I'm pretty pumped about it. I'm also gonna paint this with an ombre gradient going down the sides, and it'll look like the Pine Guard patch from Taz Amnesty, because as mentioned earlier in the video while I was doing my Bureau of Balance earrings, I really like the Adventure Zone. I'm also gonna try to assemble these little stars I made into constellations using the chains in like little tiny segments. So we'll see how that looks. Those will be silver, I think, at least for the first batch, but if other people want other colors afterwards, I can always do that. I'm also restocking 1 or 2 pairs of these Rebel Alliance earrings. I made some new TARDIS charms, and then I'm gonna make a necklace or 2 with Wonder Woman charms that I remade. And I have a few sets of these, but I'm gonna be painting Lock, Shock, and Barrel and putting these all together on a necklace, like from Nightmare Before Christmas. And then this is the one I'm most excited about other than the MST3K one. I'm gonna fit, or try to fit, these little teeny tiny light bulbs I made. And I'm gonna hang them in his eyes and then add them along the rest of the length of the chain so it'll look like a string of lights going through his eyes. Because my personal favorite song from the Nightmare Before Christmas soundtrack is the What's This number, where he first shows up in Christmas Town. It's just so cool, and I always loved that particular image where he holds the string of lights in his eyeballs, or lack thereof. And yeah, I'm really pumped. I'm planning to do some painting later today, as well as maybe finish a cross stitch I've been working on, and then just hanging out with these dogs I'm in charge of, and my own dog, and the cat, and my best friend's coming over, and we're gonna have like a little hangout time. Maybe watch Hocus Pocus finally, because I haven't watched it yet this fall. Actually, I probably haven't seen it in a couple years, but it's so good, and I'm pretty sure it holds up better than most other things I liked in my childhood, so I would like to give it another watch. And the neighbors have started leaf blowing their yards, so that's my cue to go. I will talk to you all in a couple days with a new video. And yeah, links to all the shit I've been talking about in the description, and I'll put some cards to things right here probably. It's probably covering my face because I'm so good at this, clearly. I'll talk to you all very soon. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really have to stop moving this fucking arm.